What's up guys, Siler here, and I'm back on TGM World of Warcraft, so you can expect to see more guides and useful videos like that from me once more. If you don't remember me or don't know who I am, then check out the videos that are still on TGM World of Warcraft to get an idea of what to expect. So we're returning with a 5.2 PTR guide. This is going to be a guide on the Spirit Beast coming in 5.2, and there's 3 of them in total, the red one being called Dagu, the blue one being called Gumi, and the green one being called Hutia. Now they're all spirit beasts, so you will need to be Beastmaster Respect to tame them. And first one we're going to look at is called Dagu. And this is found in Krasarang Wilds, to the north of Krasarang Wilds, roaming along the top between Cranewing Refuge and Thunder Cleft, as shown on the map a moment ago. Dagu is a level 90 rare mob. I imagine it's going to be an elite mob. I imagine it's going to be a rare elite once the patch goes live, but for the time being it's just a rare. An elite. And Dagu and the other spirit beasts have very similar tactics to Deathtalak, where you have to DPS them down to a certain percentage, and then once they're low enough you'll be able to tame them, and that debuff is called Strong Will. So you'll need to take them down to below 20% before you're able to tame them, and they all have little tame mechanics involved as well on top of that. Now Dagu's tame mechanics are, if you're too close, then he'll melee you, and he does move faster than you, so you do need to keep up Concussive Shot all the time, or some form of slow. Concussive Shot's just the most reliable slow that you can use though. Keep it up 100% of the time, and it slows them more than enough. And the other mechanic is, if you get too far away, he'll begin casting this Barbed Quills, which hits you for about 130k. So you want to keep this perfect distance, not too far, not too close, but I recommend being further than closer, because if you're too close, you're going to risk being melee attacked, while if you're too far, you can just move forward a little bit towards him, and he'll stop casting the Barbed Quills. So that's the best way to do it, really. Now, as you can see, I do end up taking a few hits from the Barbed Quills, and in a moment he'll begin casting it, but you can avoid him getting the full cast off by just moving closer. And then once you've got him low enough, you can begin taming. So as you see, the Strong Will debuff has now been removed, which means I'm able to tame him. So we're going to throw up a Concussive Shot. I also recommend having Glyph of Tame Beast, just because that'll reduce the cast time of Tame Beast, and reduce the risk of you being meleeed to death and dying, as you've seen there, which I nearly died, and that was with the Glyph. So without it, I would have died. So definitely recommend having that, and you do need to be Beastmaster Respect to tame them. The next one up is Hutia, which is in the Jade Forest, just below Tian Monastery. And for Hutia, you need to be Beastmaster Respect once again. You'll need to have Glyph of Tame Beast, and you'll also need Silencing Shot. So make sure you pick up Silencing Shot in your talents. The reason for this is Hutia will cast a Spirit Heal. Now he will cast it while moving as well, as you see there, and you'll need to interrupt that because it does heal him for about 25% HP. So it's quite a hefty heal. You don't want him to get that off because it just prolongs the fight. Now once again, he does melee for an absolute truck, so you want to keep up Concussive Shot at all times. As you see, I'm just kiting him around this tree because it gives me enough distance, so I'm not resetting him. All the mobs here are passive, so you're not going to pull anything unless you actually attack them. And it just gives you plenty of distance, basically. Now, the heal itself, he doesn't cast it too often. You have plenty of time to have Silencing Shot back off cooldown to interrupt it, so don't worry about that. But if you do end up pressing Silencing Shot at the wrong time and you don't have any Silencing Shot up, you can use Scatter Shot on Hutia. Now, you can't use Freezing Trap on any of these, as far as I'm aware, so you won't be able to freeze them in place. You'll have to just keep them slowed. So no Freezing Trap, just Frost Trap and Concussive Shot and other slows along those lines. Now, Scatter Shot works on Hutia, but I don't think it works on the other 2, so keep that in mind. And then once we've got it low enough, what I'd recommend doing is waiting for it to cast its heal, interrupt the heal, and then tame it. Because if you begin taming it when it's due to cast the heal, it will cast the heal and stop the tame. So make sure you've interrupted the heal and then begin taming straight after, so you've got the good period while the heal's on cooldown, basically. And then you'll get an easy tame. As you see, I throw down a Slowing Trap, get up Concussive Shot, and it's an easy tame from there. So that's Hutia, and that's a Spirit Beast once again, so it will have the standard Spirit Beast abilities, such as Spirit Mend and things like that. But unfortunately, you will need to be Beastmaster Respect to tame and use these pets. So the final one we're going to move on to is called Gumi, and that's located in Kunlai Summit. And it's just to the left of Wonkeg, as you can see there. Now, as mentioned, they are all level 90, so you will need to be level 90 to tame these. And Gumi It doesn't really have any special mechanics to it. Once again, it has this strong will, which means you need to DPS it down to 20% before you're able to tame it. But apart from that, it doesn't really have anything else. It does move extremely quickly. As you can see, I've got concussive shot on it now, but it's still like quite catching me up kind of thing. So you can't let concussive shot drop at all, because it will catch you up very, very quickly, be on top of you, and probably punch you to death in like 3 to 4 attacks. Now I am on a pre-made hunter, so the gear isn't very good on this hunter. It's pretty terrible. It's blue dungeon gear. So if you're on a decently geared hunter, you should be able to deep test them down a lot quicker, reducing the risk of you dying. But yeah, as you see, I'm kiting him around in this circular sort of path, taking him down the side of the mountain, back round, and then back up. And that's literally the path that I follow, just because you don't take him too far away, and it's a nice sort of reliable path. There's no mobs there, and it's just basically a circle. It's easier to kite things in a circle. And then once he gets to below 20%, you'll be able to slow him and tame him. And once again, I'd recommend having Glyph of Tame Beast for this. So that was a look at the 3 Spirit Beasts coming in 5.2. And don't forget to leave a comment on what you want to see next, basically, whether it's a guide that I've previously covered and you want me to remake it for TGN, or whether it's something on the 5.2 PTR. Anything you guys want to see a guide on, let me know and I'll try and get that sorted for you. Try and keep away from the class guides. I can do them, but I only have experience in a few classes. But pets, mounts, titles, things like that, reputations, they're the kind of thing that I'll focus on, and they're the kind of things that I'll be providing you with. So let me know what you want to see, basically, and if you don't say anything, then I'll just make whatever I want. So thanks for watching, guys. Look out for more videos coming soon. Don't forget to thumbs, fave, subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. See ya!